If you're posting every day but still hearing crickets, it's not your fault. I'm Shawn Manaher with Ignite Marketing, and I help high-ticket service providers like coaches, doctors, and home pros attract consistent clients without burning out or dancing on social media every day. And today I'm breaking down why all that posting isn't translating into paying clients and what to do instead. Because here's the truth, most people miss: visibility doesn't equal trust. You can post every single day and still not get clients. And in the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly what to do instead. You ever feel like you're doing everything right? Posting consistently, showing up on Instagram, even throwing a trendy audio here and there, but somehow your calendar still looks empty. It's frustrating, and honestly, it's exhausting. But here's one part no one talks about. Just because people are seeing you doesn't mean they trust you. Visibility and credibility are not the same thing. You can show up in their feed every single day and still not be seen as the person who can solve their problem. Because here's the real issue. Content without a system is just content. You end up working twice as hard to stay visible, but without a clear plan for people to follow. They like the post, maybe they save it and then scroll on. They don't book, they don't DM, they don't take action of any sort. And if you ever caught yourself saying, I just need to be more consistent with posting, let me stop you right there. Posting more isn't the answer. Posting differently is. And I'll show you exactly how we help service providers shift from burnout posting to content that actually brings in clients. Because here's what most business owners miss. You're not creating content for attention. You're creating content to build belief. Belief that you understand the problem. Belief that you have the experience to solve it, and belief that taking the next step with you is the obvious next choice. See, most people are stuck in what I call pure content mode. It's content that impresses other people in your industry, but leaves your actual potential clients completely confused, overwhelmed, or uninterested in what you have to say. It looks good, it sounds smart, but your dream clients just scroll right on by because it doesn't speak to them. It doesn't make them feel seen. It doesn't make them say, wow, that is the person who gets this exactly. And that's the real problem. You can show up every single day with reels, carousels, quotes, and lives. But if your content isn't building trust or guiding people toward action, it's just noise. And the algorithm doesn't reward activity. They reward relevance. Your content has to land with the right person at the right moment and lead them to take the next step. Otherwise, you're just throwing energy into a black hole and hoping for magic. When someone sees your content and says, wait, that's exactly what I've been dealing with. You've won their attention, you've earned their trust. And then and only then, the doors open for conversion. That's the power shift. Your goal isn't to be everywhere, it's to be unforgettable to the right person. Because when your content builds belief, you don't need to post 30 times a month. You just need a few that land. And in just a few seconds, I'll walk you through the exact steps on how we help our clients do that. With a low volume, high conversion content system that works whether you're a lawyer, a landscaper, or a licensed therapist. So how do you actually do this? How do you go from posting out of obligation to creating content that builds trust and fills your calendar? Let me show you the exact framework we use with service providers all across industries, from clinics to coaches to contractors, to consistently attract high value clients using just a few posts a week. And if you're nodding yes along thinking, yeah, this is exactly what I've been feeling, then it might be time for us to talk. I work directly with high-ticket service providers who are ready to stop guessing with their marketing and start attracting consistent high-value clients with a strategy that actually works. So if that's you, head to the link in the description and book a consult. Let's take a real look at your business and map out what makes sense. All right, let's get into the framework. So we call it the low volume, high ticket conversion content plan. Think of it like the New England Patriots when they were the Pats. Each part of your content has a job, and when everyone does their job, you win. In our example, your content wins. Content builds trust, then it proves value, and then it invites people to the next step. That's it. That's as simple as it gets. Just 3 posts working together and designed to move someone closer to you working with you. Here's how it actually works. First, you want to build an authority post. This is where you show that you know your stuff. A real insight, a case study, or behind the scenes explanation on how you solve a specific problem your specific avatar has. It's no fluff, no theory, just real experience delivered clearly. This is what gets people to say subconsciously, oh, okay, this person knows what they're doing. Second is a trust building post. Now, this one speaks to the belief or fear your ideal client might have, something that they've silently been struggling with, but maybe they haven't said out loud. It could be a myth they believe, a concern they carry, or a common mistake they're making. And your job here is to name it, normalize it, and then reframe it for them. That's what gets people to think, wow, they really understand me and know what I'm going through. And third, an invitation post. This is where you tell them what to do next. It's not in a pushy or salesy way, but in a clear, confident manner. You say something like, if this sounds like you, message me the word ready and let's see what's possible. Or, we've opened up 2 consult spots this month, reach out if you want one. That's what turns trust into traction. It moves people from quietly watching to raising their hand. That's it. Just those 3, once a week for each. And this is where you're not doing any dancing, no dailies, and no burnout. Just content with a purpose, working together. Because if every post has a job to build authority, deepen trust, or invite action, you don't need to be everywhere. You just need to show up with intention. The problem isn't the effort, it's the strategy behind your content. Posting for the sake of staying visible isn't enough. You need content that builds trust, proves your value, and leads people someplace. Because that's what gets clients. That's what creates consistency. That's what turns content from a chore into a tool that builds your business. And the best part, you don't have to burn out while you're doing it. You just need the system that actually works. So if you're a service provider who's ready to stop throwing content into the void and start creating with purpose and payoff, this is your turning point. This is your chance to change everything. But if you've already started posting with this new clarity and are still not getting clients, there might be another reason people are not finding you online. And that's what I'll cover in the next video, where we uncover the hidden gaps in your visibility strategy that even good content can't fix. Click it now here. Don't skip it. Thanks for your time. Peace.